We all struggle with negative emotions from time to time. Sadness, loneliness, depression, frustration, anxiety. And we all have bad days once in a while. Days where we feel isolated from everybody else. This can potentially weigh heavily on a person and deeply affect their happiness. So what is one to do? In order to escape this melancholy, some people read, some people watch Netflix. These days, a lot of younger people are tuning into YouTube and Twitch to watch entertaining personalities to escape from their sad and harsh reality. But what happens if a person becomes a bit too attached to these individuals? The problem with Vtubers.
Well, hello there, Internet. My name is Jimothy Jamzz, and today I want to talk about parasocial relationships and the problem with Vtubers. Let's get into it. Dictionary.com defines a parasocial relationship as a relationship that a person imagines having with another person whom they do not actually know. And this can be a celebrity or a fictional character. And while this has been a thing throughout history with TV shows and books, we've never really seen it manifest quite to the extent that it has in today's modern online world. These days, the majority of parasocial relationships can be found on platforms such as Twitch and OnlyFans, with female streamers like Pokimane being especially adept at encouraging their viewers to form attachments to them that won't be reciprocated beyond reading their name on screen after a sizable donation. Pokimane or any other female streamer will be like, "Oh, thank you so much, first name bunch of numbers. I love you, I really appreciate you, heart heart, kiss kiss, wink wink." And the dudes that are sitting at home with 0 friends are like, "Yeah, I wanna fucking marry this chick. Hell yeah, I'm in, boys. I'm in." I made it. And if you don't believe me, when Pokimane revealed that she had a boyfriend, she lost hundreds of subs. And I think that tells you something. Because, why is anyone unsubbing from a streamer just because they found out they have a relationship? Like streamers aren't people. Unless, of course, they felt that they already had some sort of relationship with them, even though they didn't. Now, I mentioned OnlyFans earlier, and that's because we can see similar trends in attachment formation, even in the pornographic sphere. Did you know that the most OnlyFans creators only make $145 per month, and that the top 1% of creators on the platform make about 33% of the money? Furthermore, the top 10% makes about 73% of the money on the entire platform. And this might come to as a bit of a surprise to you, because most of the press that OnlyFans gets is centered around how, oh, it's empowering for women, how women can make a decent living on OnlyFans. And that's led to a lot of women becoming OnlyFans content creators, with the platform seeing about 7,000 to 8,000 new creators every day. Every day! And that's crazy. And it's also very profitable, especially for OnlyFans, because they take a 20% cut on all payments made on the platform. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, why is that? Why is there such a huge wealth disparity on the platform? Well, there's 2 reasons for this. And reason number 1 is celebrities. When celebrities come to OnlyFans, they do way better than anyone else because they're bringing a ready-made audience with them, right? For example, when Bella Thorne joined OnlyFans, she made an easy $1 million in the first 24 hours, which is nuts, right? But even more so, fucking Bad Baby, also known as Danielle Bregoli, also known as the fucking Cash Me Outside girl from Dr. Phil, obliterated this record when she made $1 million in only 6 hours, right? And the second reason is that the most successful OnlyFans creators are good at getting their viewers to form attachments to them. And this is done by creating personalized content, which the fans have to pay for, and also sending personalized messages. And one OnlyFans creator by the name of Maria Moves is taking a step further, doing full-on fucking live streams so she can interact with the viewers in real time. You see, the average OnlyFans creator thinks that just showing whole is enough to make a fortune and live life on easy mode forever. That's not the case, since every other 8 out of 10 is doing the exact same fucking thing. That's not what makes money on OnlyFans. What makes money on OnlyFans is getting your viewers to fall in love with you, to get them to develop an attachment to you, to form a parasocial relationship. That's what brings in the fucking big bucks on OnlyFans. And now, this brings us to VTubers. And if you don't know what a VTuber is, it's essentially a 3D avatar that's rigged to respond to the movements of the streamer behind the mask. And they're basically the next logical phase in the evolution of the ego. And they're pretty much just the exact same thing as any attractive female streamer or YouTuber, except with a few key differences. 1. Age. Unlike most female streamers, age does not affect the VTuber. And this is a huge advantage, because age tends to be more of a pain in the ass for women than it is for men. I mean, who's gonna tune into an Amaranth stream when she's fucking pushing 50? Well, and you know, she might actually still do decent. I mean, these hoes ain't loyal, but they're some sure as fuck are. But she won't do nearly as good in her later years as she would do while she's young and good looking. And the thing is, VTubers do not have this problem, right? They've got voice modulators and stuff, so even if they get old, hell, even if they die or retire, the avatar can still be used, right? The voice will sound the same and it'll still look the same. The character will persist beyond the fucking puppeteer. Number 2, accessibility. A lot of female streamers use their physical attractiveness to get a lot of viewers on their channel. And I'm not saying it's just looks, but we all know that attractive people have life way easier than everybody else. And that's true for both genders. But for women on Twitch, being attractive makes it a little easier to get viewers. For the VTuber though, this literally doesn't matter. You can be the ugliest person in the world and it doesn't make any difference, because your audience might never know what you look like. In fact, and here's this is a big one, right? The VTuber doesn't have to be the same gender as their avatar. Here's a little secret. Some female VTubers aren't even female.
Oh shit! What the fuck, dude? I mean, holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god!
Number 3, privacy. Many streamers, myself included, make use of a face cam. And the audience tends to enjoy this because it helps them feel more connected to the streamer, and they can see their reactions in real time, right? And oftentimes when a streamer or YouTuber or any internet personality reaches a certain level of fame and success, they have to deal with the effects of this on their personal lives. You know, many streamers have to deal with things like being recognized in public, fans tracking down their personal social media accounts, how fans fucking tracking down their address or their actual phone numbers. You know, none of this applies to the VTuber, because since no one knows what they look like, or sometimes even what the fuck they sound like, they're fully capable of enjoying both their personal and private lives. They literally have all the upsides of internet fame and none of the downsides. It seems as if e-girls and VTubers are really popular these days, especially in the US and Japan. But why is that? Well, that's easy. Loneliness. Motherfuckers are lonely out there. Did you know that in 2019, 61% of Americans reported feeling lonely, and 21% of Americans reported having 0 close friends? In fact, 1 in 5 millennials reported to having 0 friends. Not 0 close friends, 0 fucking friends. And a 2011 study found that virginity is on the rise in young people aged 15 to 24, with 27% of men reporting to never have had a sexual encounter. In Japan, where VTubers are even more popular, the numbers are even worse, with 70% of unmarried men and 60% of unmarried women between the ages of 18 and 34 reported to not be in a relationship. Right? And what's worse, 42% of that same group of men and 44.2% of that same group of women reported to be virgins. And among the main reasons for this is that the Japanese tend to work insane amounts of time. They work from Monday to Saturday and for long hours. And other than that, there's this attitude that sex and relationships are nothing more than a financial burden. So with that in mind, it begins to make sense why VTubers are so fucking popular. Why go out and meet people when you can just stay at home and tune into your favorite VTuber? Because you know they're not going to reject you or be mean to you. And adding to this, a lot of VTubers do present that girlfriend experience to their viewers. I also remember hearing that these VTubers aren't allowed to date, which would make sense, but apparently it's not true. They're just not allowed to date each other if they work for the same company.
VTuber は契約厳しいのないです。どういう風にちょっと見えてるかみんなからわかんないけど、別にない。恋愛禁止とかはもうないよ、契約は。なんかただ1個だけ恋愛禁止系で1個だけあって、社員会社の人はダメだよっていうのはあるみたい。そうだ、安心だねみんな。だからなんかね、こう例えば松井ちゃんと付き合いたいからホロライブに就職するんだっていう人もしいたら、入った時点でダメになります入った時点でダメになってしまう。そうなんですよ。
Now, while this is the case, it wouldn't surprise me at all to find out that there is an unofficial rule against dating, or that dating is frowned upon, because it would take away from the girlfriend experience that a lot of these VTubers provide. And much like that time when Pokemon revealed she had a boyfriend and lost a whole lot of subs, a pretty popular VTuber by the name of Aruha Rushia, and I know I butchered that, but whatever, recently got into a bit of controversy when during a stream, a Discord message popped up. And it was from a singer, a popular singer in, I think, Japan or Korea, called Mafu Mafu. And pretty much the message just said, and obviously it was in an Asian like characters, I couldn't fucking read it. But apparently it said that he finished stream and he was coming over to her apartment. And this made a lot of people mad, because I guess they couldn't stand the possibility that their virtual waifu was potentially seeing somebody else. Now, I'm in two minds about this whole parasocial thing, right? On the one hand, I'm here like, how the fuck do you do that to yourself? How do you delude yourself into thinking you've got some sort of relationship with just some person you don't even know, right? But on the other hand, after sort of looking inwards, to myself, I have caught myself, almost in my head talking to like YouTubers and streamers that I like, right? So I guess that's how it starts. Because I guess if you do watch somebody's content for long enough, you do start to develop some sort of attachment to them. You always hear about fans thinking that they own a piece of whatever celebrity or internet person that they like because they contribute to their success, which is not true. They don't owe you anything. But I guess that's how it starts, or like that's like the seeds of the fucking parasocial relationship tree. And I really do feel bad for anybody who develops these feelings. It really does make, because it's very irrational, and my heart really does go out to everybody who's like, especially I can imagine it's especially worse if you literally have no friends. Like if you're just alone all the time, you would, because we humans are social creatures, and if there's no social interaction going on, well, we're gonna your brain's gonna create that shit, even if there's no real basis for it in reality. Now, I'm not saying we should ban e-girls or VTubers or anything crazy like that. Although there would be a lot less competition for me on Twitch, which you should totally check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Jimothy, by the way. But I do feel that these streamers and VTubers should take some responsibility for their involvement in their viewers developing these feelings. Although I doubt it, because they directly benefit from it. They've got a financial incentive to take advantage of these sad individuals. I mean, these VTubers are probably laughing all the way to the fucking bank. So what can we do about this whole problem? Right, if we were to ban VTubers, well, that doesn't solve anything. We'd be treating the symptom, not the disease. These people would just find something else to fill the hole with, right? And the problem is, there's 2 problems. There's not enough opportunities to socialize if you're older, because you might be stuck studying, or you might be stuck with work, and that can really sort of eat away at your time. And also, like for young people, I think there's a problem with poor socialization, because people are so much lonely. And I mean, typically school is where you go to like learn how to socialize, but maybe something beyond that needs to be done. Maybe there needs to be more environments, or more sort of, I guess, a measured approach to sort of educating young people on how to socialize and how to sort of, feel confident. I mean, I know as a person who has lived most of their life with fucking social anxiety to some level, it's fucking daunting as shit to fucking go up and just talk to some random people, and while I'm a lot better these days, it's still not. I'll never be at a place where it's just not an issue, right? At best, like, it's just manageable. So I know, believe me, I know how much of a fucking undertaking it can be to some people, but nevertheless, something needs to be done. You can't just live your life fucking watching some internet person, right? You'd be miserable. You probably, like, people who do that probably are miserable. Holy fuck, you need friends, because humans are social creatures. So if you don't have friends, if you don't have people you can talk to every day, or like every other day, or just on a regular fucking basis, you'll go crazy. And I think that's also what's happening. People's brains are literally like replacing real friends, real people that you see in your day to day, with some fucking internet person, right? Some celebrity, some fucking fictional character, and that's not healthy. That's really not good. And I can see this having just horrible consequences for the population. Look at Japan. Japan is, I read a few articles in preparation for this video, and Japan is like considered a sexless society. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine that? And I'm not some person who's just like, oh yeah, if you're not having sex, you're worthless. There's a lot of people like that, and I don't get it, because it's like, sex is fucking great. I love sex, right? But I mean, it's not the end all be all, right? If you're a guy who doesn't matter, man. If you don't get a lot of sex, whatever, bro. You just gotta fucking staying productive. If you're not having sex and fucking just staying at home watching TV all day, no wonder you're fucking miserable. And it's not even about sex, it's about just talking to people. And I mean, I'm just giving a vague answer because I don't fucking know what to do. In a couple years, when people aren't fucking developing relationships, they're not fucking breeding, like, what's going to happen to the population? I mean, I know, like, the world is, like, overpopulated at the moment, but if this thing spreads, it could be, in the distant future, it's not about overpopulation, it's about fucking underpopulation, right? And I mean, if any more wars fucking break out, like, there's already fucking, like, conflict in the world, it can get pretty serious pretty quickly. So like, and other countries like Russia and I think North Korea and those are bad, like dictator fucking type countries, like, but they've at least taken some steps to fucking curb this. Like, I think Russia, I think even China banned porn, which I think that's a bit extreme, but there's also something to be said about like the effects of like porn, on like excessive consumption of porn on the human brain. Right, that can't be healthy. Not to like, if you're jerking off every fucking day, like multiple times a day, that's probably like, it's not good. I'm not saying porn's bad or even that masturbation's bad. It's normal. Everyone jerks off, right? We all gotta bust a nut sometimes, right? And it's dope. But the golden rule, boys. Everything in moderation. But yeah, I don't know how to fix this. I'm not fucking the messiah savior guy who's gonna fucking solve all the world's problems. Because I don't have the answers. But shit, man, something needs to be done. It could potentially become a very serious issue. But yeah, on that unsatisfying note, that's me done. I don't have all the answers, so that's why I'm going to ask you to let me know in the comments. What do you think we can do? Any suggestions? Any ideas? Not that like telling me is going to fucking do anything. Like, what am I going to do? Not much. But yeah, let me know. I mean, it's just for the sake of discussion. Other than that, hit that bell icon so you'll be in the know when I drop a new video. You can hit the subscribe. Love a subscribe. I'd love you forever. I'd really appreciate it. Also like the video if you like the video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, I've been Jimothy Jamzz. Fuck off.